Good morning. It has been quite a while since I've sat down to the camera and talked properly. Quite honestly, today is a Wednesday and I'm supposed to release a vlog today, but I don't know if that's going to be happening at all. I've been playing catch up pretty much all week, and as you can tell, I'm a little bit nasally, a little bit congested, and it's quite disgusting actually. Anyway, I thought I'd have a slower sit down start morning to my day because I've been meaning to try this. This is hojicha powder from Green Caffeine. I'm quite excited to give this a try because I've been drinking their matcha, and I wanted to try the roasted green tea. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Behind me is my little matcha station over here, so I'm going to assemble this right now. Okay, so I've got here my chawan, I think it's chawan, here, or the matcha bowl to obviously whisk the powder. I have all my tools here and the whisk itself, but before obviously whisking, you need to let the whisk actually bloom in hot water so that it doesn't break the bristles or anything. So we're going to do that right now. That I've boiled the water to 80 degrees, and we're just going to lightly wet the whisk and let it soak in there for a little bit. So that as that is sort of like blooming in the bowl for a bit, let's have a quick chat. What have I been up to? I've been working for 2 separate teams in my corporate role, which means it's been quite hectic lately. I've been really uninspired with vlogs, and on the weekends it's really just about recalibrating my system and making sure that I don't burn out, which hasn't worked all that well, to be honest. I haven't been keeping up with my steps, my daily steps. I used to go for walks every day, but ever since burning out, I've just completely stopped, which I think it probably didn't help as well going into seasonal depression in the dark, deep winters of Melbourne. But now that spring has sprung in Melbourne, the sun is obviously now setting a little bit later in the day, which means that after work, to be able to decompress, I can go for a walk with Snoopy, which is obviously the intention, but I need to definitely get out there and make that happen for myself. So I think that's what I'm going to be spending this week trying to do anyway. So yeah, that's sort of been the update lately. I have a couple of things lined up for this month, which is nice, and some weekends that are sort of set aside for doing nothing, which I'm really looking forward to. So let's see if we can actually start whisking some hojicha, shall we? The whisk is obviously nice and blossomed. Is that the right word? Anyway, I've now emptied the water out of the bowl into the sink, and now we're going to get some hojicha into our bowl. So let's do that now. I'm going to stick with the general rule of 4 grams that I usually do for matcha. I don't have a scale on me, but I've kind of used to eyeballing how much 4 grams is. It's about 4 scoops. I don't know. I could be wrong. So let me just quickly show you guys. Is this brownie color. So the consistency looks exactly like matcha. It's just brown. And that, I guess, comes with roasting the powder itself, which takes away the color. I'm assuming that's what it means anyway. I love making my daily caffeine drinks especially either matcha or hojicha, because there's I guess like a nice little process that really slows you down for the day and sets a tone, I guess, for the morning rather than sitting on my phone and scrolling. And so this is quite enjoyable for me, albeit it's probably not as slow as this, because since I'm filming and whatnot, but I'm obviously doing other things in between whilst I'm waiting for the whisk to be ready. In other news, I also picked up Strange Houses, which is the sequel. I don't know if it's a sequel, but like the second edition from Yuketsu's book that I read a couple months ago and talked about on this very vlog. So I'm excited to get into that. There's a little bit of powder left in here, so I'm just trying to get rid of it. I bought it off Amazon. It released at the start of this month, and yeah, I'm pretty much just waiting to find time to read it. Now grab your kettle and just pour about 50 mils of water, I believe. So just a little bit of water, and you're going to start whisking and making sure that all the powder is collected. Same method as if you would make matcha. Just whisk with your wrist and try and make some microfoam in there. Obviously, I mean, look, I'm not going to judge you for how you make your matcha. There's no right or wrong way to do these things. Just do it as you please. You can start to smell already that roasted hojicha smell. It's quite lovely, actually. This is kind of the consistency that you want to start happening inside your bowl here. A little microfoam going there. Yeah, so once you're ready, you can just pour that over some milk of your choice. The next step for me would be adding a little bit of sweetener. I'm adding agave to this. I know that there's probably a little bit of sweetness already in this, but I do have a pretty large glass of iced milk next to me here, and I think it kind of dilutes it a little bit. So I'm just going to get that ready. Trying not to waste all the goodness. I did add a little bit more water to dilute it down, but that I think is pretty much ready to go. So I have my glass of iced milk of choice here, and we're just going to pour that over. It looks like chocolate milk. Really nice rendition there. And then I've got my lid to go on top there. And that is pretty much it. It's really yummy. But I don't think I put enough hojicha for the amount of milk that's sitting in here. It could be stronger, I think. Nonetheless, still really good. Definitely worth buying. I think a bag like this is about $26. There's about 100 grams in there, so it should last you, if you drink it daily, it should last you about a month. That's not bad, considering. So it is currently lunchtime, and I'm literally having my last bowl of bombohe, or BBH, which is the spicy beef noodle soup. I don't know if I can show you without it like tipping over, but yeah. And I'm gonna pour the soup in now, so. have my bowl of BBH and a bag full of other vegetables and herbs. I used to hate these herbs when I was growing up. I don't know what happened. Maybe taste buds changed, and then suddenly, like, now I just dump a whole lot of this in my soups, like pho. And obviously we're having BBH, so we've got Vietnamese basil, Vietnamese mint. Vietnamese mint is actually one of my favorites, and I used to find it so weird that my mum would dump all the herbs, like all washed, into a bag and shove it in the fridge. But look at me now, doing exactly the same thing. Let me just show you. Some of these are like a little bit sad looking, so I'll throw these out. But this is Vietnamese mint. It's my favorite. Adds like a very peppery taste to your salads, which is really nice. And I love eating these, wrapping them up in like rice paper rolls or soups. Tonight we're going to be making spring rolls for dinner, so I might just wrap some of these vegetables and herbs in with my spring roll wraps. So let's get it. You kind of want to mix all of that in to make sure. I like it when all the vegetables are cooked in the soup. So I made like a coleslaw sort of situation to sneak in a little bit more vegetables in there. But this is like probably the 4th day that I've had this soup. So it's quite flavoursome. Last bowl for the week. Oh, look at that. Yum. Every time I eat soups and I have glasses, it all fogs up. Oh, so good. So yummy. I forgot one more thing. To put in a little bit of lime. Yeah. Work's been really busy this morning, so I'm actually really thankful that I even get to sit down and have a proper meal. Who knows where this afternoon is headed, but we'll see if we can go for a little bit of a stroll after lunch. I will be taking Mr. Snoopy with me, who is just sitting right over to my right hand side. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to get into this and watch some YouTube. Cheers. Made it. We're staying at the Mayborn Beverly Hills. This hotel is beautiful. Over this side. Ooh, it is so pretty here. Wow. Hey, come and have my second hit of caffeine for today. I'm having chrysanthemum tea with matcha foam on top. So let's get it. Okay, so here we have chrysanthemum tea at the bottom, iced, and then I made a matcha foam. Slightly clumpy because I didn't filter it out before I mixed it together, but whatever. Let's do this. You want to mix it in first. Oh, it looks good. Cheers. That is really refreshing. Yum.
Hoopy! Who being naughty? Are you being naughty, mister?
Not you.
Are you
Wasn't
being
me.
naughty? Look at your look at your guilty ears. Who's being naughty?
Maybe if I don't make any eye contact, she
Hmm?
won't know.
You and me? Look at your ear. Mister. You naughty.